The book, Tough as They Come. That's what we read today. Dude, it's a great book. I read small chunks of it. Yeah, you can pick that up anywhere where they sell books. And what about the documentary?
So the documentary, it's called Travis, A Soldier Story. It was done in 2014, and it was actually unveiled at GI Film Festival. And we took first place in 55 short films. I got to meet Marcus and Melanie Luttrell that night. It was really, really great to meet them. And now Netflix has signed us on for a 2-year run. So we got on Netflix in May. So if anyone wants to watch that, it's on Netflix. It's called Travis, Soldier Story. And it just tells the whole story. It just has iPhone footage of everything that Kelsey and I went through.
Yes.
And the two medics that saved my life are reenacting me getting blown up. And the 2 guys who got hurt are in the documentary as well.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law. So all the people that were there are in the documentary.
No, between the book and watching the documentary, and you get to see the faces and everything. It's really it's really cool. It's real powerful. And what about social media? How's your social media presence, Mr. Popular?
It's not yours by any means. We're about 60,000 and some strong on our Facebook page. I do little videos. My daughter learned how to tie her shoes the other day. We taught her in the morning, and we taught her at 7, and by 9 o'clock she's tying it by herself, giving an intro to tying your shoes online. But it's just SSG Travis Mills is my page. If you want to check it out and share my story, that really helps us out. And
it's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You're on all three. SSG Travis Mills. That's where you can find it. Yeah. You know, you put the last thing in the book, like the last line in the book. You say to live in freedom, to go forward, to love your family, to make something of your life, to never ever give up, to never quit. That's success. And obviously, in my opinion, if never giving up and never quitting is the definition of success, then I think you're the most successful person I've ever met in my life, brother. For real.
Well, I appreciate that. When you realize the people that depend on you, the people that went into all this, and the lives that are lost. I mean, you've had a lot of buddies, I'm sure, that didn't make it back home. My situation is not life ending. My situation is just, I got a couple more steps in the morning, put my legs on, put my arm on. Take my daughter. Tomorrow is actually my daughter's orientation at school. I get to take her. My wife and I just had a baby, and I named our little boy after my 2 medics. His name's Dax, D-A-X, after Daniel and Alexander, for the medics that saved my life. So thankful to still be here through all the smoke and the dirt and the dust. It's all settled now, and I'm living life to the fullest and doing the best I can to make sure that people understand life goes on, and to never ever give up and never quit.
Anything else? Any closing thoughts?
I mean, I just obviously want to thank everybody who went into this. I mean, from my unit on the ground, I know I was a heavy guy. Walking around, weight was 400 pounds. So to get, with all my gear on and all that, to get me out of there was great. The medical staff, doctors, nurses, physical therapists, occupational therapists, everybody. Obviously, my family that went into it. I want to say thanks for being there by my side. My beautiful wife and my wonderful children, for really accepting what happened and moving forward in life, and just let everybody know. You can't always affect your situation you find yourself in, but you always can affect your attitude. And that's where I find the most, the most realization in my situation. I can't always affect if I drop something on my hand, I can't pick it up right away, or I have to do something weird and get mad about it, because getting mad doesn't do anything. So I always try to keep my attitude positive and keep pushing forward. But thanks for having me. Also, I want to thank you for having me on here. Both you gentlemen. I didn't look at you very much, and I'm sorry. I know we talked about this earlier, but you said not to.
Yeah. Try not to. It's at your discretion for sure.
I got to redo this then, so I can look at you more.
You're all good, bro. Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, man. Thanks for coming on. Of course, thank you for your service to this great nation. Not only as a soldier and a leader on the battlefield, but for your continued service that you're doing today for veterans, and also for the gift that I think you give everybody that hears about you or comes in contact with you in any way, and that is just a living example of grit and of determination and of will. And I just think you're the absolute model of what it means and what people can accomplish if we do as you say, and that is to go forward, never give up, and never, ever quit. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thanks for having me.